I'm a weird dropout because I take college courses all the time. I love learning company courses and things, so I loved being a student. And there were smart people around, and they fed you, and they gave you these nice grades that made you feel smart. I feel it was unfortunate that I didn't get to stay there, but I don't think I missed any knowledge because, whatever I needed to learn, I was still in a learning mode. I think there's two models, two ways that we're going to get more of the brightest minds focused on the important problems. One is that we'll get more people to take on these problems in their full-time work. And there's a second model, which is that you're pursuing something, and hopefully your full-time work is socially beneficial. In terms of your donating time, your political voice, some of your donations, and perhaps as you get later in your career and you have extra time, like I was lucky enough to do, then even more of your time being given to those things. And so if we can get from, say, 20% of people who follow that model to, say, 60% of people follow that model, that actually in absolute will be a greater impact than even the full-time piece. Per person, the full-time piece is the big win. If you back great engineers and scientists, if you pick important problems, really understand those problems, and understand how technology is changing, you can come up with some pretty magical solutions. And you all have a chance to innovate. The one last thing I'd say is, as you're thinking about your innovation, of course, you should go after any market that you think is interested in it. But a little bit, if you can also think, okay, does this innovation apply to those most in need? What are you going to do to make it cheap enough, simple enough? Figure out how to get it so it really, if possible, can extend out to the poorest. I wish I had learned more about that at a young age, and so you have an opportunity to do that. When I started Microsoft, I didn't think of it as all that risky. I was so excited about what we were doing. If you're going to start a company, it takes so much energy that it better overcome your feeling of risk. It took 3 or 4 years before we could go out into the normal sort of employment pool. But those problems that come with starting a firm, you better think of those as part of the pleasure, part of the challenge that is part of the excitement. It helps me think, okay, do we have the right priorities? What are people responding well to, and what would they like to see us do better? It's not just Microsoft applications. Even companies like WordPerfect and Lotus have now come out with Windows applications. And every week we see new innovative work. It's really attracting all the innovation in the industry. We predicted this a long time ago, and now it's the future. The key point there is you've got to enjoy what you do every day. Every time we think, hey, we've had a little bit of success, we're pretty careful not to dwell on it too much because the bar gets raised. My best business decisions really have to do with picking people. And having somebody who you totally trust, who's totally committed, who shares your vision and yet has a little bit different set of skills. It's not only made it fun, but it's really led to a lot of success. So picking a partner is crucial. I didn't think that highly of who were always organized and had things done on time. I'm still working on it, but procrastination is not a good habit. It's an incredible time to be a learner. I remember when I was young, and it was very good, but I always felt like, God, I want to get into this in more depth. I want to understand it better. Today, the videos that are online and the courses that you can buy with the very best professors, it's phenomenal. I have my biggest problem is that I stay up too late because I'm reading and then I'm a little bit tired the next day.